I need to replace my Honeywell PC8900 thermostat, Honeywell set RTH6350, RTH6450, RTH7500, and RTH7600 should be good replacements. The other thing is I want to be able to turn off smart function anticipator function. I do not want my furnace turning on in the middle of the night so it can be 68F at 7 a.m. Anticipator seems to be on all Honeywell thermostats.
Welcome to Just Answer. My name is I will do my best to help you with your issue. If my initial response doesn't answer your question, then let me know and we can continue our conversation. The anticipator has nothing to do with turning your furnace on. Your programming does that. Do you not want a programmable thermostat?
I want the Honeywell PC8900 compatible thermostat, same basic capability, except the smart anticipator has to be programmed off. You say the anticipator has nothing to do with the furnace. Guess what? The anticipator is part of the thermostat which controls the furnace, so the smart feature anticipator will turn the furnace on, which I do not want it on. So tell me a unit where I can turn this feature off or on.
I don't follow. You don't want the smart feature that figures out how long it will take to get the program temp to be there at the set time.
That is correct. I do not want my furnace/thermostat system to anticipate. I now have this anticipate feature. I don't like it, because my home will start heating up hours before the time I want heat. If I tell my system to go to 68F at 7 a.m., I want it to start at 7 a.m., not some hours before 7 a.m., which it now does.
Okay, this feature is common to most new thermostats since it's an energy-saving feature as well as a comfort feature. I'll have to do some digging to find one without it. What type of heating equipment do you have? Heat only? Heat and AC? A furnace? A boiler? A heat pump?
I have a heat pump, AC and heat, with heat strips. That is for when heat pump cannot provide enough heat. I repeat, give me the PC8900 capability without smart anticipate. Programmable anticipate on/off would be okay.
I'm going to open this up to my colleagues so one of them can help. Please don't respond, even to acknowledge this post, until you get a response from us. If you respond first, it will only delay your answer. Hello. I am a retired mechanical engineer with 56 years in this business. I will go in depth with you, and up to a 6-hour time limit. All I ask is please select the rating link at the top of your page before leaving. That is the only way I am credited through the site. Rating does not affect your charges nor ability to refund if not satisfied. If you can agree to that, let's continue by all means. Rick has been around longer than I have, and I have been in the business for 56 years, including the last 20 consulting for major firms. The heat anticipator will no cause the overheating issue you are experiencing. It only offsets the start heating feature by 2 degrees and acts to turn the heat off ahead of reaching room temperature by seeking a manufactured room thermostat. Without the heat anticipator, you are defining something that does not exist for the most part and still has the other features you want. Again, the thermostats with heat anticipators turn the heat off early, they do not turn the heat on at all. There is another problem, not the heat anticipator. Could be a bad thermostat or shorted control wire. It will take some troubleshooting, so sort out. I will opt out, however. We can see if any of our other experts here can assist. Hello, my name is Billy. In all the new thermostats, this is called recovery mode or smart response and can be disabled in the menu. See here for an excerpt from RTH 6350. My question for you, however, is the wiring involved. If you have a PC8900, you have an interface between the furnace and thermostat. Did you plan on removing this as well?
No, I do not want to remove the interface module between thermostat and furnace. I simply want to replace the PC8900 thermostat with a like unit, except Smart Mode Anticipator needs programmable option to enable/disable. Could the RTH 6350 work with my system, with the above listed requirements?
No. Your system is designed to take the signals from the furnace and convert to a different signal. That is why your thermostat has numbers instead of letters. In order to use any other thermostat, you would need to remove the interface and wire direct. 99.9% of thermostats wire direct to the heating/cooling equipment. Yours does not. The equipment wires to the interface and thermostat, then to interface. As far as Anticipator, it is a play on words but different operation. Anticipator is used while running to anticipate shutdown. This either shortens or lengthens the runtime based on setting. What you want to eliminate is recovery mode. This turns on the equipment to slowly reach temp by the time in the program. That is why your unit is turning on ahead of time to reach temp. An ANTICIPATOR is actually a heated wire that warms the thermostat based on runtime. Anticipator controls when to turn off. Recovery mode controls when to turn on. So short story equals no, you cannot use the RTH 6350 or any other 24V thermostat until you remove the interface. Your thermostat and interface work as one unit. You either get rid of both and replace thermostat, or you are stuck with the PC8900. And all programmable thermostats can disable recovery mode.
Incidentally, my email is at.
No. Your system is designed to take the signals from the furnace and convert to a different signal. That is why your thermostat has numbers instead of letters. In order to use any other thermostat, you would need to remove the interface and wire direct. 99.9% of thermostats wire direct to the heating/cooling equipment. Yours does not. The equipment wires to the interface and thermostat, then to interface. As far as Anticipator, it is a play on words but different operation. Anticipator is used while running to anticipate shutdown. This either shortens or lengthens the runtime based on setting. What you want to eliminate is recovery mode. This turns on the equipment to slowly reach temp by the time in the program. That is why your unit is turning on ahead of time to reach temp. An ANTICIPATOR is actually a heated wire that warms the thermostat based on runtime. Anticipator controls when to turn off. Recovery mode controls when to turn on. So short story equals no, you cannot use the RTH 6350 or any other 24V thermostat until you remove the interface. Your thermostat and interface work as one unit. You either get rid of both and replace thermostat, or you are stuck with the PC8900. And all programmable thermostats can disable recovery mode.
Are these new thermostats wireless, Wi-Fi what? Do you have a written procedure to remove the interface module and install one of these new thermostats? Let me have it. It is bit inconceivable that Honeywell does not offer an upgrade for the PC8900 that uses the old interface module. Note: I am a mechanical engineer, but I don't know that I want to tackle this problem. How difficult would this fix be? That is, remove the interface module and hook a new thermostat direct to the furnace?
Hello again. There are dozens and dozens of options. Smart function was only seen on that particular thermostat, and is not part of the ones you listed as replacements. If you will tell me which color wire attaches to each terminal of your existing thermostat, and if you want remote Wi-Fi control or not, I will recommend a thermostat that you can install yourself in minutes with no problems and have satisfactory results. We can go from there, then I will coach you on the installation and adjustments if you need it.
I do not want remote Wi-Fi. I do not want wireless if possible. The wires on my PC8900 are hooked as follows: pin hash equals color, 1 equals red, 2 equals white, 3 equals green, 4 equals yellow. I presume I have to remove the interface module? That scares me, but if I must, so be it. Also, I repeat, I do not want that smart feature that turns my furnace on hours early to recover the temp. Programmable on/off is okay. Thanks, Al. Email at.
Looks like this issue has been addressed by some of our best experts, but let me see if I can assist. Give me the model on your air handler and outdoor unit so I can see if a conventional thermostat like the ones you mentioned will work.
My heat pump, Weather King, Rheem Manufacturing, 0397, model WPMA 060 Jazz, serial hash, 5112G11970001, volts 208-230 phase 1. Compressor RLA 247277. Furnace, Weather King, model hash serial hash, HM209705796, total kW, 28821. 6. HTR Amps, 120. 0/104.0 minutes supply ampacity, 175-150 thermostat, PC8900 interface module on side of furnace, Honeywell perfect climate, then these numbers, no DESC, W8900B 10029737, 15969206677D Reverend B, then arrows pointing up with this note, space for COM model, but there is nothing there. Thanks, Al.
You will simply bypass the perfect climate module, but you will need 6 wires between thermostat and furnace and 4 between furnace and outdoor. Wire as follows: thermostat, AH, outdoor R with jumper to RC, R, this is 24V power, Y, yellow, Y, this signals contactors in outdoor unit, O/E, white, W2, W2, this controls heating elements, C, 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 this is 24V common, G, green G, this controls indoor blower, O, O, THS controls reversing valve. Wire colors in your units will be as follows: R at thermostat to red in air handler, G at thermostat to /green in air handler, Y at thermostat to yellow in outdoor, O/E at thermostat to black in air handler, and purple in outdoor, O at thermostat to blue in outdoor. Also C is brown at both units.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.